Hello everybody, welcome back to Hologround. We are playing Digimon World 1 and 2. I am joined by Lucas, Jessica and Reese.
Sup y'all?
Yo.
Everybody's a little bit under the weather because it's an day. And Tanner just only did one pit.
He's now number one.
Once again.
Wow.
Number one. Number one.
Number one.
Mhm.
Number one.
Number one.
Begin the stream. Oh well. Does everybody remember what they were doing before last or the week before?
I do remember, yes.
Grinding.
Grinding. Everybody's favorite genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
ironically, my favorite genre.
Well, I've got to beat up 2 more heads in my domains because bad guys, as you do. So I'll be probably screaming and shouting at return bugs and pit bugs and other bugs, just bugs in general, because that's how
the
this
usual.
game is played. Otherwise,
Same old,
Yeah.
same old.
yeah, pretty much just chain, and chain. I should hopefully get a ultimate or 2 this stream. We'll see how we go. But yeah.
Well, good luck to you, Reese. Maybe it
Well,
will
thank
be
you very
a
much.
Workarurumon when you can finally be satisfied.
Well, admittedly, I was one level off.
Well,
Just one.
guess you'll have to restart again.
Well,
And
I had to.
get one.
Yep, because obviously I had to DNA Digivolve it and then Digivolve it again. I should be able to get it this time. This time.
This time, Gadget.
Exactly. But first things first, I gotta turn my Digimon into something. I don't know what, but something. Because it's max level now at 16. God damn it! Why is this game like this?
Because grinding.
Don't you
Look,
love it?
Look, I'm all for the grind, but this is just superfluous. Putting a unnecessary cap on a blooming thing.
Welcome to PS1 games.
At least you've got
You know,
the
you
speed
can
up.
actually find out what the cap will be based on the levels of what you smash together.
Yeah.
Quoi? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yeah. Although I don't care if they stop at level 20, it just means I get another round of
Oh, plus.
the level-y whatever.
Well, as you're well aware, Lucas, bless him, fell into a certain trap with that. So, where he digivolved it and then he had to, digivolve back because he couldn't go any higher. It literally
I
stopped
had to
at
DNA again
21
because
or
he
31.
wouldn't get the skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It doesn't make a difference to me if I have to do it one more time or not, because
Right.
they all need a bigger number to get bigger anyway.
Yes.
Stronger.
It's just one of those things like, yay! We're Garurumon. Can't go up any more levels. What?
Speaking of EA, my Bertramon is evolving.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Phoenix Man. You can do it. You can be Phoenix Man.
Oh, is it? Could it be?
Yay, Phoenix Man.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You did it.
I did it.
Did it!
Oops.
Not that I had any doubts, but you know.
I had plenty of doubts, knowing how this works.
With these games, you never know. Oh, by the way, I just did the test for you guys again.
Mhm.
If you save the state before you kill the final Digimon you want to capture,
Mhm.
and you just reload that, the RNG for whether you catch it or not is not determined at the start of the battle, but when you kill the Digimon.
Oh.
So
okay.
you can land that final attack and keep checking if you don't get it.
Ah.
You don't have to redo the battles. Nice.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
This would have saved me a lot of time when I was finishing the story. But, you know.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ah, I forgot to load up missiles. God damn it.
I guess you'll have to restart the grind.
Yep.
What?
Bring me a soothing lodging.
So what you been on case up to today?
I had dinner with my mum today,
Okay.
and then I picked up Bex from Leeds. Well, I say picked her up. She obviously came back from Leeds. I just picked her up from town.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I was doing some drawing, and here we are.
That's nice. What'd you draw?
Oh, goddamn junk. Sorry, usual poker stuff.
Okay.
Huge. Continuing my story slowly but surely, because I grind a lot.
Gotta get those numbers up.
Well, if I'm ever going to be a decent artist, comic book artist, whatever, I got to put the work in, innit?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Transfer, that's the one. Obviously, I do myself no favors having like 3 or 4 different comic series, but it is what it is.
Well, I would argue that if you don't want to work on a specific one, you can always move to the other one.
That's basically what I do. Is it
So
drill
you are doing
missiles?
yourself a favor.
Yeah. Is it drill missiles that get rid of the electric blocks?
No. The other ones.
Those are for the rocks.
Yeah,
That's
those
so
are
it's the
for
mag
rocks.
missiles.
Yeah, the magnet missiles are for the electric ones.
Yeah. And I need to buy some more. How you guys been? Been up to much?
I had to do some
Nope.
errands today, which means I have to go around on my bike.
Oh, okay.
And no, it's not illegal.
I
Why
wasn't
would-
gonna say.
Why
it
would
was.
riding your bike be illegal?
It's just the way I phrased it.
Running some
Okay.
errands.
It's not. I imagine it's not one of those electric or motorized ones. So.
No. It's just I had to do some errands.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I see. All right,
are
didn't
you
you?
big man?
Airport mark. So what kind of errands, if you kindly would speak to the microphone?
Well, you see, Lucas. The local mob didn't bother me this time.
Oh dear.
And I had to pick some stuff up and deliver it somewhere else, basically.
Oh.
So
That also
it wasn't for the
doesn't sound
mob,
shady.
correct? Because
No.
yeah, I was gonna say that does sound like something you
Stuffing
do with a
illegal!
mob.
You're just being a normal everyday courier.
Yes,
Yes.
I was a courier, yeah. No, let's go with that.
Not protest a bit much, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh dear me. Anyway.
We will discuss the legality of this later.
Why are you always
No, we
annoyed?
won't!
We won't?
No,
Oh. Okay.
it's fine. No, if anything, I got a thing for my cat out of it.
Yeah.
A little
Oh,
playhouse for her.
Aw,
Oh.
sweet.
Well, not
That's good.
exactly a house, but like a little little thingy for it to play with.
Now,
Oh.
Sin, my boy, that's real
is-
nice. Getting a house for your cat.
What the hell is this floor? Look at the floor I'm on, guys.
Oh, it's probably a special floor.
Hey, what?
No?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that kind of
Yeah.
floor. Yeah.
Dang. That's insane.
Oh, boxes.
Boxes.
I'm rich with EP up, apparently.
Return backs.
It
Yeah.
seems I can do my Swado voice. Yes.
What?
It's creeping Becky out.
Wait, why does it creep me out?
Because it's the character.
Yeah,
Oh, the character's creepy?
yeah, fam, Cyber Sleuth.
Oh.
Well, he comes off that way. Like, even the Japanese voice actor's voice for him sounds creepy. Not exactly. He's not exactly the most savory character, but you know, because it's me, I just dial it up to 11 for shits and giggles.
Oh. I guess there's nothing else on this floor other than a million boxes in the center.
Yeah. That's why it's a special floor.
Note to self:
Oops.
stop using
Oh,
missile
okay.
1 for missile 2 block. It's just a waste of ammunition.
Yep.
And they get more expensive as you go.
Yep.
I was gonna ask, is Masha playing with the inside the little house, or is she the kind of cat that just likes to play with the box it came in?
There's no box. It's just like a little. To describe it, it's a foldable kind of like floor with two half rings coming out of it that
Mhm.
that intersect into an X. And from the
Oh, okay.
and from the rings, there's some toys hanging off. On
So
the
it's-
on the floor itself, it's carpeted, and one side of it has like the nail thingies, so that she can.
Right.
Oh, so it's like a little cat jungle gym.
Yeah, kind of. That's why I called it a house.
Oh.
But it's there's no box. It's just like unfolds.
Okay. Because I see that a lot of cats tend to do that. It's like, I got you this expensive thing. I will play it in the box. Bitch.
Father.
I mean, let's be honest, yeah, even kids do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we had one of the really big boxes from moving to Germany, and I pretended like it was a big cave and like drew stuff all over the inside of it. That was really fun. When I, was
I
a
can't
kid.
even remember what I did with my box. I know I played with one when I was younger, but I couldn't tell you what I did with it. I'm sure if I ask my mum, she'll tell me.
You wore it, Reese.
I
You've
probably
ruined every single box we've had.
did. Lord knows I used to play in the laundry basket. That was fun. As sad as it sounds, I used to pretend I was in jail.
That's interesting.
Did you use your sippy cup to rattle on the edges of the box?
Actually, I did. You got to at one point.
Mother, please bring me my milk.
Oh dear.
Please, jailer.
Oh dear. Those are simpler times.
I used to disassemble my toys and to make bigger toys, just casually breaking all of them in the process.
As you
Oh.
do.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what this Digimon will become.
A pain.
Ojiyama? One?
Meteormon.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
He's got
Oh, Pixie-mon runs
invincibility.
away.
Yep, Pixie-mon runs away.
Is it just me or is that meant to be shinier? It's probably just me.
What, Meteor
What
Man?
now?
No. He's a meteor.
No?
He's just a slightly browner shade of gray.
Yeah.
And what one am I thinking of? Because I swear in Cyber Sleuth there's a very shiny one.
Icemon.
Yeah, Iceman
Maybe.
is shiny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sometimes have a heart attack when I'm training Meteormon because I forget that it's the ultimate form and not the...
Yeah.
like, oh shit, did I...
Yeah.
It is an ultimate.
Yeah, it's not
Yep.
a champion, it's an ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, you can have Icemon, who's a champion, and then it'll evolve into Meteormon, and it basically just becomes brown.
Yeah.
That's it.
It looks no different.
That reminds me of the stupid Resident Evil 4 video comparison
Whoa.
that Alec linked me at some point.
Oh, that thing.
Was it making
Yeah.
fun of video games trying to be cool by being every shade of gray and brown in the universe and nothing else?
No, it was mostly like reminiscing over.
No, this one was a critique over the reminiscence.
Oh,
video.
that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Me. Wow. Okay, so you see where games used to be brown, and that made them better.
Yeah, I
Because
remember.
we
That.
know that brown is inherently better.
Yeah, I remember
It's
now.
it's very adult. That's what makes it better.
What?
Don't think about
The
it.
guy.
Try
don't
not
think
to.
And the guy is just slamming a glass everywhere throughout the entire video, and that makes you thirsty.
Nice. I managed to not fight a single enemy in this. For the first
Oh, okay.
time.
Was that something you were aiming to do?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I'll link that video in stream chat. Fuck it.
Oh, I got medicine. Nice. Oh, come on. Wrong way.
I must admit, when did we become a generation of no color?
When everyone decided that being adult was cool, so we had to make all of our cool adult games brown and gray and have lots of guns.
Yeah. The PS2 era.
Whatever happened to imagination?
It's still there.
Imagination isn't cool. An adult. I'm not even kidding. There were people I went to with in high school that were like, I prefer photorealistic games. Bear in mind, this is the early 2000s. How photorealistic do you think these games actually are?
Not that great. If
Well,
anything, they were
CRT
just
TV.
starting.
It was CRT TV, they were.
Yes. And being brown and dull and boring is how you make things adult. You don't want to be a childish person with colorful, pretty things or anything, do you?
No.
Yeah, these
No.
same people will be like, "Ooh, new Mario game."
No, they also didn't care about Mario games, and they really hated Wind Waker because it was cartoony.
For God's sake. Oh dear.
Unfortunately, that is the majority of a certain kind of gamer from our generation.
Mhm.
That's what happened. That is why brown and gray is because it's cool and adult and realistic.
So edgy, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
sure it
emotion.
is.
Only babies play cartoony, colorful games like Wind Waker.
Mhm.
It's like that's something you're gonna complain about. You're not gonna complain about spending like 20 hours just sailing around trying to find all the islands.
No, that implies they actually have to play the game, Jessica.
If I'm not blowing out someone's brains with a semi-automatic, it's not fun.
It's not realistic, Reese.
It's not adult enough.
Speaking of realistic, there goes your money.
Yeah, that's normal life.
Oh, did he get
You
an
got a bit
EP bug?
Yeah.
Oh,
I get bit bugs, but look at my money.
Yeah, again, I'm not too worried about the bit bugs.
I don't even care when I get a bit bug.
It's just
I did again. Nice.
If the money I had in this
Upgrade
reflected...
your radar free. Fuck, stop kidding.
So, you remember what we were saying about max leveling as soon as you get an ultimate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happened to me.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. Goodbye, good skill. See you in the 11 levels.
Ooh, Pescamon kind of looks cute in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Just look at that. Guts.
No, no,
999999999.
Well, if anything, it wasn't an attack skill you were gonna get, so don't worry too much about it.
I'm not worrying. Like, with... Shit. Yeah, with this one, it's just whatever. Like, it goes without saying, the only one I care about is Garurumon. Any other teammate I get, I don't care what it turns into.
You're disposable.
Basically, yeah.
You don't matter.
They don't. Not in a mean way, just I really don't care what you become. It could be useful, it could not be useful, it doesn't matter.
You are replaceable.
Yeah.
Why can't you be Garurumon?
Why can't you be like your cousin Garurumon?
Like, legit, if I was in a boss battle and I could save Garurumon by throwing any other Digimon in front of it, I would do it.
Of course.
Oh, what took you so long, idiot? Oh, I love that quote. You know, sometimes you just got to have fun with a character.
Yeah.
Don't need to make it so complex, just so simple.
It's a dog.
Yeah.
What?
I thought we were talking about Jack, and then my brain just went haywire when I heard like it's a dog. What?
Well, truth be told, I was thinking Scooby-Doo. Like,
I know.
yeah, you don't need to think about it. Why does the dog talk? Who cares? It's a dog. But it shouldn't. And teenagers shouldn't be solving mysteries, but they are. Who cares?
Yeah. There doesn't have to be any profound message in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just teenagers with a dog.
It's just that simple. Although I'm not gonna lie, I've probably mentioned it before, but I did like in a Kim Possible episode where she points out the tropes of superheroes talking to the supervillains on the big TV screen.
Mhm.
Like, you talk to him, he talks to you, surely you know where each other are. just go, stop them. Why do you keep waiting till they do something?
I mean,
And, you know, she goes just like, yeah, this is why I left my brothers in the first place. Because of their stupidity.
when you play Logic to a cartoon, you have Samurai Jack's ending.
Basically, yeah.
Just like Alex said at some point. Oh, hey, you have the power to do this. Oh, I do! Immediately fixes everything.
Yeah.
People complain about the Samurai Jack ending, but it's one of the best examples of.
Well, why, if she can do that, why didn't she just pull out the thing and do it? And okay,
And they
fine,
do.
fine, okay. Samurai Jack is a great example of that. She has
Yeah.
the power, she does it instantly.
Yeah. I must admit, I do find it funny that, like years ago, and I'm sure this was a topic at one point, if Samurai Jack went back to the past, everything he's done would be null and void.
Well,
'Cause
unless you play the game.
You know, because he changed the past, therefore the future doesn't exists.
I guess
he
it
killed
depends on
Aku.
if going to different timelines makes different universes or not.
Well, exactly. You know, until the final season, we had no clue if Jack would A, stay in the future with what he's changed and made the world better, or if he would actually go back and sort anything. Which he did. And then his girlfriend, fiance, died because Aku doesn't exist. Therefore, the future doesn't exist. Therefore, she don't exist.
Well,
And it's like, well, no shit!
not to spoil it, Reese. There is
Yep.
there is a past where he and Ashley live together.
Yes, if you get all the secret stuff for the game,
Yep,
but you have to play the game to see it. Most
Yep.
people probably haven't.
yep.
Oh, I haven't really seen any Samurai Jack, although I would really like to.
Well, it's good.
Mhm.
It is a good
It's real-
series. Again, controversial the last season might be, at least it finishes the whole story. So, take it or leave it. But everything before the final season, yeah, phenomenal, great. Product of its time, awesome.
Fun stuff.
Worked, yeah, it worked more as a what do you call it? I wouldn't say is anthology the correct word for this?
I don't know.
Because some episodes actually didn't really involve Jack. He was kind of there, but they weren't always about him.
Hmm.
Like there was one episode where it focused on a bounty hunter trying to get Jack, and we saw his whole story.
That was fun.
You know. You know, sometimes Jack would only show up at the end, or very briefly somewhere in the center.
Well, those episodes, like there's an episode entirely about bounty hunters talking about how they're gonna get Samurai Jack,
Yeah.
and they get extremely into detail.
Oh yeah.
However, things go wrong.
Yes, they do. Because I remember the episode. It's a good episode.
But it gets extremely elaborate in how they're gonna get him. Like they discuss every single thing, and then finally at the end, Jack appears and they all attack, and it ends in within seconds, like literal seconds. Nothing gets accomplished by them.
Literally, it was said and done by the time a water droplet hit the ground. He took out all 5 of them.
Yep, that's a good episode.
Yeah, it is.
One episode was just cartoony. Like it was one of the final ones
Yeah.
where he's basically naked running around the city because somebody
Okay.
steals his robes. He goes into like not a spa, like a, what do you call them?
Hot spring?
Yeah, he goes into a hot spring, and somebody with a rabbit backpack steals his clothes.
I feel like I might have seen part of that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Excited that I got to see it on occasion when I was visiting my Lola, because she did have cable. But I feel like even as a young adult, I could never figure out what time stuff was being showed at, so I would always miss stuff also that I wanted to watch. So I got to see it on occasion, but a lot of the time I just didn't get to see it because I guess I just didn't know when it was going to be on.
Well, truth be
Yeah.
told, it also didn't help when they changed the time slots for
Oh.
rotation of something new. So,
Oh, maybe that's why I always had trouble watching stuff.
yeah, because I'm not sure how frequent it happens in your neck of the woods, but here you'll have, say, I don't know, 6 or 10 new episodes, and then they'll do reruns for a few weeks, and then there's nothing for 3 months before they do a whole new batch of episodes.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't really understand how TV works, I think. and that just made it even harder to actually
Keep up, yeah.
get the like see things.
Yep. Lord knows, heaven forbid, me trying to watch a series beginning to end in completion and finding a rerun or an episode I watched prior. It's just like, God damn it. I was trying to watch what was it? I think it was like Hercules on Disney when it had it, the Disney Channel, and it'd have new episodes at 5. But if you watch to like 8 o'clock, it'd be early episodes or whatever. It's just like, how am I supposed to keep track of what I'm watching when you just don't do it in order?
Because
You
And obviously, yeah, and obviously, if you miss a day, then you can't go back to watch the previous episode. So it's like, well, I've got to wait till
Yeah.
that comes back in rotation.
Yeah,
Hey.
I missed the last episode of Digimon Adventure 2 because my reception randomly got bad.
Ooh.
Like I think I saw like the first 10 minutes or something and then it died. It's like, no, my box thingy.
Mhm.
Ah.
I really feel like chances are Lucas will get this, where Bart and Lisa are watching the episode where Scratchy finally caught Itchy.
oh yeah,
And it's like, oh my god, the time was about to go off. Like, Itchy's supposedly going to die from Scratchy, and then one of the geeks that were living with them unplugged the TV to put something else in, and the kids are screaming like, what? Plug it in, plug it in. What, the muffler or the TV? The TV, the TV! And the episode was finished, and Krusty's like, wow, we'll never show that again.
we are not allowed to show that on TV and for another 1,000 years.
And it still hasn't been shown what happened.
Nope.
And then I
It's, it's like the trope for the noodle incident. What happened can never be as good as what you would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But it is like that sometimes. You built up, ready to see the finale, and then something comes along, stops you from seeing it, and everyone else has seen it, and they're talking about it, and you just wish they would shut up because you just want to be surprised.
Yeah. I eventually got wind of the last episode of Digimon World 2, and they kind of did Sora dirty. It's like, and Sora grew up to be a good housewife and really good at doing flower arrangement. Like, what?
Mhm.
Davis got a food stall that he runs around selling ramen.
Yeah.
Ty became an ambassador for the human and digital world.
What the hell? Become a football player.
Man,
Matt's
that
a-
came out of left field.
Yeah, what was Matt?
Oh, an
can't actually
astronaut.
remember.
Astronaut.
thank
What
you.
the hell?
Goodbye, band.
The only one that made semi-sense was Joe did become a doctor,
Oh yeah.
and Ken was basically Kamen Rider.
What? Ken became Kamen Rider?
Basically.
More or less. He became like a detective, but because he has Stingmon with him, it's obviously a reference to Kamen Rider. He didn't actually be like, Henshin! Becomes,
Yeah, I guess Stingmon does kind of look like a Kamen Rider character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Oh,
So
they
it's,
did Sora dirty.
so-
I guess they did everyone.
yeah, it's not just Sora. It's just everybody. Like, what the hell?
They're like, okay, kids, you have to make sure to do the traditional thing if you're a nerd or a woman, and the rest of these guys, we don't know. They're gonna go do cool things or something. What's cool? What's cool right now?
I
Being
think I
an
mentioned
astronaut.
Being an astronaut.
I think I mentioned it before, but because the voice actress for Kairi voiced a teacher in season 3, Tamers, I thought that the character was actually Kairi. That she just became
Oh.
a teacher. And I was told later, no, it's a completely different person. It's like, you sure? Sounds exactly like her. Looks
It's a
similar to
completely
her as
different
well.
universe.
Oh, this is what I mean. But I didn't know that at the time. I was only a young teen.
Like, oh, more Digimon.
You know?
I didn't get to watch 3 until college, but 3 is a really good season.
Oh yeah, I loved 3. I absolutely loved it. Although Unfortunately, because this was probably the era of 4 kids for me, it was probably butchered more than I realized. But it was still good also.
I don't know.
Because what was her name? Blooming hell, Jerry in the English version anyway. She was the false Digimon tamer to Leomon. At some point, she got replaced with a fake version of her. She became stupidly creepy and using her puppet to talk and all that. And it's like, I swear I missed an episode. When did this happen? Because she just started being so creepy after Leomon died. And then it's later revealed, oh, this wasn't the real one, the real Jerry. She's been replaced for months now. Like, when? When did this happen?
I feel like I'm lacking critical information here.
Washing away, washing away.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to rewatch 3 now because I don't really remember how anything goes down. I just remember.
At some point,
it
I'm
was
gonna have
good.
to watch the proper Japanese version because I swear if I watched the English version, though I'll feel nostalgia for it, I'll feel like I've missed something.
Yeah, just watch the Japanese version.
Yeah.
It's probably also much longer in the Japanese version when they started realizing how brutal 3 can be.
I have no doubt on that.
Yeah, there were some weird censorships every now and then on these shows.
Probably especially in America.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it
think
was during the time where they thought that children would be distressed by anything that wasn't objectively American in a cartoon. For
Jelly-filled
some reason.
donuts.
Well, which I don't understand. Why are you afraid of your children being exposed to like the rest of the world? They have to grow up eventually.
I don't know what to tell you, Jess. I really don't.
Because they need their jelly-filled donuts. That's why.
In fairness, at least rice balls do kind of look like some kind of weird pastry
Yeah.
in anime. Like they look like they could be like a powder sugar covered pastry with like some kind of filling.
Yeah.
But still.
I will give 4Kids the fact that it became one of the biggest memes ever, and I love it.
Yep. Oh dear.
Yeah, and Pokemon Indigo League wasn't super terribly butchered. It seemed to get worse the longer 4Kids was picking up more and more anime. And
Yep. To the point where Sanji couldn't smoke, he had to have a lollipop. And they cut out a whole entire arc.
which
Like 30 odd episodes.
may or may not be happening in Japan now because
Okay.
now in Japan it's illegal to show like things happening in comics that are maybe it's like you're not allowed to like draw characters doing something that might be illegal in real life.
Yeah, like Shikamaru smoking his teacher's cigarette. It was just
Yeah,
him with his lighter.
or drinking and then having an arrow pop up saying this is actually just chocolate milk, not alcohol.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Oh dear.
it's like
That's a
Japan
movie.
decided that the Haze Act or whatever in America back in the 20s was cool and decided to bring it back.
Well, don't get me wrong, Ghost Stories was funny.
No, sorry.
That was completely wrong, but it was actually better than what the
I am
original
just-
was.
I am just baffled how it sold poorly on Japan, its country of origin, to the point where they were like, okay, we're already signed to bring this shit to America. It didn't sell, do whatever the fuck you want. They did whatever the fuck they wanted and it sold well.
Well, I think Jess brought this up last time. You know, compared to Funimation's dry delivery or whatever, sometimes you gotta miss that old energy when people translate things for fun.
Yeah.
Funimation doesn't have a dry delivery, it has a bad delivery.
Yeah, like say what you will about Bandit Keith, it is funny that they just gave him an American accent. Or they gave
And
Joey a
American.
Brooklyn one for some reason.
Yeah.
That was it's also.
What is what I mean? Sometimes it is fun to just change things. You don't need to be one-to-one, you know?
Well, I just assumed he must have had the Kansai accent or whatever, since they gave him something like that, or
Yeah.
like a Tokyo accent, whichever accent is like the
Oh.
city slicker, whatever,
Yeah.
blue collar person.
Right.
Yeah, who was that character in Phoenix Wright Guys that they gave her like an Aussie accent or some such?
Aussie?
Aussie?
I say Aussie.
Or
The
Lotta.
Country
because,
bumpkin one.
Country
Oh, yeah,
bumpkin.
southern accent.
Yeah,
Yeah, the southern accent.
Lotta.
Yeah, Lotta Hot, that's it.
Well,
Because
that person was probably Kansai Ben.
Yes.
yeah, she was Kansai. But again, just adding to what you were saying, Jess, that it was just that thing that it was a fun thing to do, trying to find the alternative for whatever to bring it forward.
Yeah, that was one thing that was done well a lot of the times.
Yes,
But
because I remember the missus was showing me Bamboo Blade, and one of the characters could obviously speak American.
American,
Yes,
you mean
in the
English?
yes, but in the
It's like
Japanese,
saying that Lucas speaks Mexican.
It does.
what I'm saying is
Look,
in the
I may be brown,
Japanese.
but
In the Japanese dub, he meets an American woman, so he's just talking American to her. But my point being is, when it got to the dub, because everyone already talked English, they gave her more of a slang kind of accent, and he'd be talking slang to her, like gangster kind of thing.
I don't understand what you mean by they were talking in American. I don't understand what you're describing.
Okay, let me find a clip and I'll show you what I mean.
Are you saying
you should find
They were speaking. It was a Japanese show, and they were speaking in English. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Why
Yes.
Why are you saying American? Then? Just
Because
say
it was an
English.
American. It was an American character. So
Okay, but they're still speaking English. She's not speaking American. There's no American language. That's why I'm confused.
there's American English.
Yes, but that's not what he said.
Yes, but that's what he meant.
And I feel like if you're going to talk about a dialect, you need to mention the dialect too. Don't talk about it like it's a language. I'm not going to say Lucas is speaking Argentinian. He speaks Spanish with an Argentinian accent.
Hey, Lucas, stop
It's
speaking
just
Mexican.
confusion.
You're confusing me every time you do it. And you're confusing your family. Think of the children.
I'm not even kidding. There's people here that just think all Spanish is actually Mexican.
I know, and I make
know.
fun of Lucas for it.
that he does. Okay, that's all.
But maybe that's why I'm like, no. If you're saying someone is speaking a certain language, don't say they're speaking this dialect because that it's stupid. It's basically stupid. I think it's stupid.
Yes.
okay.
I think saying someone is speaking not their language. Like I'm not. I don't know. I feel like when someone says that about someone speaking Spanish, they're speaking Mexican. They're just being bigoted about it, and that's why I don't like it. Probably, but she was speaking English.
Yes.
The fact that she happened to be American just means she was speaking American English, but probably not very well because it was a Japanese. They can't speak English.
Hello, we are American. We come here from America to taste Japanese delicacy.
Yes, and it wouldn't matter what country they came from that spoke English; it would sound the same.
What is this Nihonese you speak? Speak American. That stuff happens in Japanese animes.
Yes.
It
I do agree with you, Rio, that it makes sense that when it gets changed to English to give the English-speaking character an accent that's different from all the
Yeah.
other characters speaking in English, just to be like, this person's from somewhere else.
yes.
It's just, I just didn't understand why you kept saying that they spoke American in the Japanese.
That's because that's what the subtitle said. She's speaking American.
That is stupid, and the subtitlers are stupid.
Oh, we don't want to go back to that topic again. We
Oh,
had a
no.
first about that.
You had a what?
We had a first share of talk about that in one of our previous Digimon
Oh.
stream. Funny enough.
Oh no.
Character speaking a different language is speaking foreign language. It's like, thank you, subtitles.
Speaks
That
Japanese.
tells me nothing.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't do that. They actually did that in. Henrik and me watched the first episode of. I don't remember what it's called. The Marvel thing that they used AI to generate the horrible opening thing.
Oh, Secret Invasion.
Like, they started in Russia and everything that was said in Russian was just subtitled as speaks in Russian. Like, what?
I think they did the same thing for the first Tomb Raider remake game. Like every single character that spoke Russian was like speaking in Russian. But I could understand it. But the problem is they were not speaking Russian because they were phonetically vocalizing Russian, and it was the most horrible shit ever.
Oh.
I needed those subtitles.
I feel like the only time that saying speaks in X language is appropriate is if the characters don't understand it.
For
But
what do you call it?
But in Secret War, all the characters understand Russian.
No, what do you call it? For story reasons, narrative reasons.
Yeah.
For narrative
Yeah.
reasons, then it makes sense.
Yeah, but like, if we have a bunch of secret spies and weird aliens that can absorb personalities and memories and the ability to speak a language, I think you're screaming in Russian. I want to know what they said. Oh well. That was my rant, I suppose, about languages.
No, that it happens. Also, I think Puss in Boots doesn't have subtitles for that stuff, and I kind of wish it did. You miss a lot by not having subtitles.
Well,
And
At
if,
least-
and if, and if you
Sad,
speak the
Lucas.
language, you
Yeah.
can
Huh?
you can judge them for speaking it poorly or not translating whatever they're saying correctly.
Yeah, but then you miss scenes like when the death is leaving, and he just says like, "I shouldn't be playing with my food. This is what I get," and it just sounds like gibberish to someone who doesn't get it.
I also kind of blame. I don't know, Jessica, you can correct me on this, but in America recently they've started, what do you call it? Kind of trying to not translate Spanish to kind of appeal to the Spanish speakers. But it doesn't translate to the rest of the world because we still need that translation.
I
Is that a thing happening?
Yeah, in
feel
politics at least.
I don't think that's a thing that's happening in American stuff. I've heard of people complaining about cartoons having both.
Mm.
But almost all of those cartoons are for really young children.
Mm.
Or all of them, really. And
Like Dora?
like Dora. And all of them, the characters tend to interchangeably say the words or repeat them in both languages.
Well, Dora makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't think that's bad because that's helping both English and Spanish kids learn
Yeah.
language. But a lot of the mega I can't word. The very conservative people think it's like an invasion of the country.
Okay.
Or at least the way they talk about it, and I'm pretty sure they don't actually care. It's just dog whistle nonsense. I haven't seen anything where there's Spanish and the Spanish isn't being translated because the Spanish. I can't imagine the Spanish-speaking crowd being offended if something is said in Spanish and then it's translated to English.
Yeah, no, I think it's just I forgot the word, but basically, I think they're just doing it for brownie points, you know. Because it's not translating it. Yeah. Actually, you know where they do it as well. Into the Spider-Verse.
Well, I haven't seen the second movie yet.
No, the first one.
Aren't they Portuguese?
Oh yeah, there was Spanish in that one as well.
Yeah, his mom speaks Spanish to him, and like
Yeah,
again,
but
like,
it was-
if you don't have your own Lucas, who says like she said this.
I don't know if that I don't think I noticed that, but my grandmother's Mexican and I don't know Spanish at all, but I guess I still culturally probably understood what was happening even if I didn't know what was being said.
It's one of those things that if the visuals is good enough, you can get a sense of what they're talking about through their body language and how they're acting without it being said necessarily.
Yeah.
Because he's just like smothering Miles, and I assume he's just being like,
Well,
have you got this? Are you ready for that? And he's like,
Yeah.
yes, mom, I'm fine.
he
Yeah,
responds in
I-
Spanish as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I think a lot of the Spanish speakers in America at least are Mexican or Puerto Rican, and I think in Spider-Verse the mom is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And Puerto Rican goes so fast that a lot of Mexican Spanish speakers actually can't understand what's being said too. So
Yeah.
I don't think I do not believe that any of that is like, hey, look, I'm trying to get brownie points with the Spanish speaking people.
don't know.
It's just an incidental little thing where it's also obvious what's happening without knowing exactly what's being said.
What the hell?
And I can't think of anything I've seen or heard about where the characters speak in Spanish for a really long time and there's no subtitles or anything.
It's
Yeah.
not.
And
It's
I
not.
also-
It's
and
not
I-
for a long
and I-
time.
And I don't believe
just
that
third party.
even if it's just like little one-off things, I don't believe that is pandering or catering.
No,
or-
pandering. That's the way. That's the
anything.
word I couldn't get.
I don't see that as pandering
Mm-mm.
any more than having a Jewish character using random Yiddish and stuff like that, which happens all the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's okay. It's also okay for characters that are black to be speaking in Ebonics,
That's-
except for some white people really hate that too.
Yeah, that's.
I don't-
my problem is that if I don't get subtitles, I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing out constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when
I think in that case, that's more of a stuff in America doesn't care about the rest of the world, because I also don't believe most people of any race in America are confused when Spanish doesn't get translated.
yeah.
And
Like,
I would think you were joking if you said they were doing it to try to pander to the Hispanic audience. That just sounds like a conservative dog whistle to me, if I'm being 100% honest. That's what this.
yeah,
It
heaven
doesn't
forbid.
sound like something that I don't believe based on what I can, as a person that hardly watches any TV, can see. So
Yeah,
I
heaven
mostly
forbid.
watch movies and stuff and nerdy stuff.
Heaven forbid that, this character who speaks Spanish is speaking Spanish to another character about pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Yep, it must be pandering, or, they could just be having a chat. If it
And-
was important, they would make sure you know what they're saying.
Yeah, like I think it was important to know what the heck the Russians were saying in the first episode of Secret War or whatever, because it's like I don't have any idea what's going on, and I have watched all of the relevant movies and other shows. So like, what is
Yeah.
happening?
Like, there's one
Yes.
point in Spider-Verse where Miles is just talking to Miguel in Spanish, and it's not subtitled, but it's clearly not important to the plot. It's just a basic conversation.
Was she
'Cause
saying
Miles-
was she just saying like "por pasito" or something?
No, Miles is like, "Oh, Miguel, I speak Spanish too," and he starts speaking Spanish, and Miguel's like, "Oh yeah, talking Spanish back." Grabs like the burger Miles gave him, and then just threw it at him. It's just like, clearly that didn't go well.
I kind of that sounds like something that should have subtitles just so you can
Yeah.
understand how bad the Spanish is.
Well, this is it. I don't know if Miles was speaking bad Spanish or if Miguel was just generally pissed at him, but it clearly wasn't
Probably a
important
bit of
for
both.
the text.
Yeah.
Like when I heard Death in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish talking obviously Spanish, some things are obvious, like Gato being cat and run my prey kind of thing. But when he's like having his tantrum at the end, I'm thinking, what is he saying? Is he swearing secretly? But
He kinda is.
but
To himself.
Lucas obviously knew, and Alec asked him what he said, and it's just basically, this is what I get for playing with my food. But it's not relevant to the plot. You just miss a funny gag if you don't understand Spanish.
What death in Puss in Boots?
Yeah.
I thought that was translated.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Not in my version, anyway.
Maybe it was translated in mine then.
Hmm.
I think I'm not sure if they No, they did translate what the little doggy was saying too, I think.
Hmm.
Except for the bleeped out parts.
Yeah, obviously. that
Of
was
course.
that was on purpose. A dog
Now
that
that
good should have a
requires,
mouth like that.
Speaks in
Now I want to rewatch it and see if there were actually, because Puss in Boots is always kind of thrown in random bits of Spanish too.
Oh, yeah,
I
legit.
don't believe that was pandering either.
No.
That was Puss in Boots just being a Spanish
Well,
cat
yeah.
or whatever the hell was going on with him.
yeah, Antonio Banderas has been Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
The one thing I would like for English viewers to have is just the mannerisms he has on the Spanish movies, the Latin American versions, because it is a thing that you notice mostly when you know both English and Spanish.
Yeah.
So you will have like the part where he meets death for the first time, and he will be like, okay, he goes like, I will put up a fight or some stuff like that, and just looking real menacing. But if you go to the Latin American version, he will. I will say this in Spanish just so you can get what basically he's talking like. He's like, y no quiero más discursos. Y que te quede clarito. It's just like really fast Spanish, putting like 5 words in the middle just to add character to him. It's just like,
Yeah, and that worked, honestly.
yeah.
I do think I would appreciate more subtitles, but I feel like I feel like context matters too.
Yeah.
No, context matters. It's just for all
Oh, yeah.
the non-speakers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I said,
Well,
if
I
it
mean,
was
I
anything
don't speak
important,
Spanish. I don't know any Spanish.
if it was
That's
Lucas,
why-
want to teach me Spanish?
Huh?
No, I'm joking.
Okay. No, I
If it
just
was
say that's why
anything-
mostly fucking subtitles that just like speak in something
Mm.
are even more infuriating, because like the current parts that would be lovely to have context for are not translated, but when you translate it, you don't translate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather have nothing than subtitles saying we could have put subtitles here, but we're just gonna say they're
Exactly.
speaking in language.
yeah, it's like Kitsu and no Jutsu. It's like summoning Jutsu. It's
I-
not that hard to translate.
I-
but they just like speak Spanish. So I mean Japanese.
I feel like the examples that you had, Alec, I feel like that's part of the broader problem of American-made media being American-centric.
Yeah, that was my entire point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think American stuff not translating Spanish is trying to pander to Spanish speakers either.
Well,
That's-
that's how it comes off, at least to me. Like it's
Okay, well, if you watch a show and the character isn't white and they sometimes speak in their mother tongue, you shouldn't see it as pandering when they decide to do that.
No, I mean when you when you start noticing it in multiple things over time, that's when you start thinking like maybe it's a thing in like California or something, because a lot of the media comes from California.
No,
So you start assuming like maybe it's that.
I've never seen that happen with characters that aren't Spanish or like Spanish speaking characters.
Eh.
It would be weird if like there's white characters that like aren't, I don't know, adopted or grew up with
You mean like
Spanish
Russian people?
I brought it back.
Like Russian
We
people.
come first circle. Fuck.
I feel like people frequently speak in Russian in American media too. I don't know if it's good Russian or not.
It
but
isn't.
I do know that they at least do make Russian characters speak in Russian because the Russian communities in the U.S. are usually really tightly knit and tend to stick together.
I can tell you this much: the only good Russian you hear is not by any main actors. It's usually some background person.
It's the bit actors that are probably actually Russians.
Yeah. Like for example,
Rambo.
in Rambo 3, there's a moment where you just hear random banter from the guards and whatever else, and those guys are actually speaking Russian. Like one guy talks to his dog, and that's actual Russian. But then you hear the bad guy, and he is talking like he's trying to pronounce words through vocalization. Like that's how he sounds to me.
Oh god.
That was the weirdest Russian but not Russian English accent I have ever heard come out of someone.
Well, there you go.
Job.
Oh, dear.
I think you just perfectly explained his bad Russian, but doing it in English.
Oh dear.
That was weird. But I mean when there's Russian speaking characters, I don't think they're trying to pander to the Russian community either.
Yeah.
It's the Russian characters, they should speak Russian.
Well,
If
this
they
is the
were trying to
debate.
ban I don't think they would get actual Russian speakers for it.
Well, this is the kind of debate, isn't it? Like, if you have a character that's good or bad,
I
depending where they're
don't
from.
think it's a debate. I don't think any character speaking a language that they're supposed to know how to speak is pandering when they speak it.
No. What I mean is, it's just one of those things that if you wrote a bad guy that is, heaven forbid, Russian, and you don't get
Hire a Russian?
if you don't get a real Russian, and it's like, well, this just sounds kind of funny. Not to anyone who doesn't
Russians are
understand.
scary.
Right?
We can't hire real Russians.
Right?
You'll be like a communist or something. Are you a communist sympathizer? Hollywood is terrible.
Well, we all know it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Midas here might be proving a point. How good is that Russian, Alec?
Shut up, Reese. I was trying to ignore it.
Is it more badly written Russian?
It's Uwu Russian, okay? But
It's
it's Uwu Russian, but it also makes no sense.
Ooh, Russian and it's gibberish. Okay.
Well, he said I don't want to translate the first part, but the second one is just I like beer.
Okay.
Okay. Is that a good sentence to know in Russian?
No.
Okay. Writers, you should go and learn how to say "Where is the toilet, please?"
No matter where you go in the world, that is definitely the first thing you should learn, other than
Yeah.
You
hello.
should always learn, like Duolingo. Where is the library?
Mm.
Yes, the
Don't
library,
just
the
have
thing that
biblioteca.
everybody uses these days.
Don't
Lots
just
of people
have
use
biblioteca.
libraries.
Not here, at least.
In the U.S., they're a good place to go, especially if you maybe don't have a safe place to go.
Yeah, because no one goes there.
Well, no, it's not because no one goes there. It's just most of the people that go there are poor people or they don't have internet, so it's the only place they can go.
Yeah.
For like
It's-
this artist Balbody who actually ran out of power and it was blazing hot, so he went to draw big titty anime girls at the library.
Big titty anime girls.
As you
Yeah.
do.
He made a comic about himself drawing comics there. What
does
are
this
you
sound
drawing,
like-
mister? Sorry, little Timmy, you wouldn't understand.
Why does it sound like the beginning to Don't Bully Me, Miss Nagatoro?
Eh. That was the school library. That
Yeah, I
was
know.
passable.
Well, I swear that's pretty much the same beginning. The guy was just drawing comics for fun. And then met Nagatoro and she destroyed his world.
No, she entered his world and wait, no.
Womp.
You say she destroyed his world. She improved it
Oh, you're not wrong.
With bullying.
with bullying.
Oh no.
Oh, she was so mean in the first episode.
You should see the
Wasn't
original
better.
comic.
I have, you showed me.
Of course!
I had a thought about something, but I forgot what it was.
What was it? Quickly
don't know.
Forgot what it
remember.
was.
Quickly remember. Quickly.
Oh no, precious, he's gotta forget more.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Was it remember? Was it related to bullying?
No, it was something a topic or two back before libraries.
Ah, okay.
Like learning to say words or something.
Well, Ryder said, "Where's the toilet?" See, he knows the
Okay.
thing.
That's good.
Is writers using Google Translate?
Probably.
Does Google Translate speak ooh Russian?
Ryder says the weird thing is that I don't know a word in Russian, but I know it in Swedish, and then I just fill it in with Swedish words. Okay.
That's one way to do it, I guess? Question mark?
Question mark indeed.
Oh my god. That just reminded me of the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
I love the Swedish chef.
Hörni,
The Swedish chef is pure art.
Oh my god. I would be very surprised if they actually one day get an actual Swedish guy to do his voice.
No, that would ruin the joke.
That would
I know.
completely ruin.
I know. But that comes right back to full circle about pandering to an audience.
Well, they're pandering to the Swedish audience. They're bringing light that they exist. That's already a lot.
I don't see how making the Swedish chef speak actual Swedish would be pandering to the Swedish.
Because only the
audience.
Swedish would understand it.
So
Isn't that the
there's,
whole
there's subtitles with the Swedish chef.
speaking
Now we've
Swedish?
come full circle!
Aha.
So they should have them keep speaking the same way, but give them Swedish subtitles, and then it'll be pandering to the Swedish audience.
Is Swedish
I'm surprised they
Cyrillic
haven't
as
done
well?
it for a gag already.
What'd you say, Lucas?
Is Swedish Cyrillic as well?
No.
It's Germanic.
Okay.
It's the same as Danish. But
And
drunk.
Norwegian.
But
yeah.
drunk.
Yes, and but rock.
Oh, good God Almighty.
No, speaking of that reminds me of a video I saw at some point that was discussing like the worst languages of the world,
Mm.
and the guy ends by saying like, "Oh, but I really don't mean it. Every language is the most beautiful language in the world, except for then," and it cuts right there.
Oh God.
That also reminds me of the video you guys showed me of the two Danish people from different parts just talking and not getting a thing. With the
I mean,
other
you
one
can
is
you
saying.
can do that with some of the English dialects in America and in England too.
Yeah, you can.
Jordies.
Mhm.
Like if you brought,
Okay.
if you made me talk to someone that has an Appalachian, thingy accent,
Hmm.
I would not be able to help. Because those mountain folk have a very different way of talking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that
And-
reminded me of something.
I've what? How many accents are like that in England? I've seen at least one where it's like that guy's speaking English. This sheep farmer that he's speaking English. What does he say?
Well, truth be told, I can't really give an exact number of how many different accents there are, but the further north you go, the harder it is to understand people.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I assume for northerners, it's similar for us southerners.
Okay.
Oh, I'm further south of England, so if you keep going north, you're gonna. It's like talking to a Canadian for us.
I mean, Canadians don't sound that different to me.
No, it thinks Scottish, but worse.
Yeah. It reminds me of when
means
Ned
just hello?
Flanders met his Canadian counterpart, and it just turned into gibberish. And then when the Canadian Flanders offered normal American Flanders a joint, Flanders like, they always told me the devil would be beautiful.
Well,
Because he thought he found a kindred spirit, and then it's like, oh, you're into the drugs. Can't do that. No. Because he's a holy Christian man.
Here.
I'm not sure if I think I can just stick with Appalachian accents because I've not met a Canadian that speaks English that I couldn't understand.
Neither have I.
It's like talking to someone speaking American, I guess neutral American English.
Yeah, I've never met a Canadian I can understand currently, but how to explain this? I used to know this girl. We used to go to a club together, and she went.
I understand it. You don't need to explain it to me.
No. What I mean is, after she went up north to study, and she came back, and I bumped into her one time. She was talking to me, and it's like, "Oh, you've got an accent. You picked up an accent while you were studying." And she's like, "Wait, really? I hadn't even noticed." It's like, "Yeah, you can just tell."
Yeah,
It's not like I can't understand her. It's just there's a certain,
Hold it.
you know, it's just a certain thing you notice.
I mean, I picked up a British accent when I was living there.
people. Like, what is this thing that like we went from accents that are incomprehensible to people that speak the same language to your friend getting a slight accent and you can tell, and I think I lost track of the conversation.
I was saying the
Welcome to
further north you
Hologround.
go. I was saying the further north you go, the more you notice someone has an accent, and
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's what I was
understand
saying.
that. I don't know why you're feeling the need to explain it to me.
the because that's
That's what it
it's
does.
just a story. Yeah, it's just a story to share. That's how a conversation is. I'm not saying I went up to Scotland and didn't understand blooming hell what everybody was saying because they're talking Scottish. Who am I?
Welcome,
Bottle,
bird boy.
on.
Come back later when you talk normal.
You know, it's like if I was to say I watched blooming Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. I don't understand the freaking Geordies or the Cockney.
I
But
cannot
there.
understand Geordies whatsoever.
It's like, you like dags? I like dags too, but I like cars more.
Are
What?
I feel like there's also a certain line where I have trouble with accents in general.
Oh, I know, I do, definitely.
But well, let me finish what I'm saying, because it's not accents specifically, but there are certain accents that don't even sound like English.
Like Geordies.
I don't know what Geordies sound like, but maybe.
Oh, you will love that.
There's one Geordie person that I met when I was looking for work in England, and I could not for the life of me understand what he was saying, and I lived in England for years.
Yeah. And it's like they're making sounds that they're English sounds, but all the letters going together don't form English sounding words.
Man, the more you talk, the more you're explaining Geordies to me.
Really?
Okay,
That's what Appalachia is like, basically.
here's an example for you in the stream chat. This is from Snatch. If you can understand this, good on you.
But
Yay.
You understand.
Please understand.
wait, what are you explaining to me now?
Nothing, I'm showing you a clip.
Oh, okay.
It's in stream chat.
Yeah, they're
but
both English. They're both English.
Oh, okay. But the line I'm drawing is all the other accents that people have that I can still tell they're speaking English and understand them. It's not even because of the accent in those cases. It's because I have hearing issues.
That's fine.
And attention deficit issues.
I just love Brad Pitt's performance in this. That's all.
I have to scroll down. 4 scenes that prove Pikey Mikey is Brad Pitt's best role. No, that's not nearly as appellation. Or some of the other English I've heard in England or heard from England. That I can still understand what he's saying.
That's good. Because I could have the first time I watched it.
There are some English accents in England that go way beyond that.
Yes.
Maybe they're talking faster. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I
This is what I mean. It's just one of those things. It could be they're just talking faster, or it could be their accent, or wherever they are, somewhere. Depends how well you will understand generally what they say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one guy that I mentioned, he talked fast, and he was Geordie, so I could not understand. Like everybody else had to translate what he was saying to me.
have any of you guys seen King of the Hill?
Yes.
Yes.
So you know the guy that mumbles a lot and talks and is basically
Yeah,
incomprehensible? That's an actual accent.
Okay.
Oh goodness me.
Like what he said, like I don't know if on King of the Hill if he's actually talking, but people like I don't know if he's actually talking like real words, but that is an actual Southern kind of accent. I knew a guy that talked like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh goodness me.
Writers, good thing you don't have to speak to anybody who speaks Russian, huh?
Because they all talk like him, but in Russian.
He said,
With a
he
light
said, don't
accent.
worry, I feel the same way when I listen to anyone speak Russian, and I'm like, well, good thing you don't have to speak Russian to anybody at all.
The guy is it Boomhauser? That guy?
Yeah, Boomhauser, yeah.
So I'm confused again. I think my brain is not working very well today. I don't understand anything.
Oh, I
No.
think this is more of a parody from what Alec is talking about, but this is a quote-unquote Geordie accent.
There is no parody, there's only Geordie accent.
Again, I've never had to meet one, so I
Good.
can't say.
Well, I can't hear. I'll listen to it when the stream isn't going. 'cause
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just
I
put it
can't
there
even-
for
I can't hear
context. It's fine. It's just for context. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't hear it if other people talk, and I
Sorry.
can't make you guys not talk because we're streaming talk. But it kind of the tonality he was using kind of sounds like other things I've heard where I can't understand it. So I think maybe the Geordie accent is the one I've heard. That's just like, what?
Yeah.
You're speaking English?
Mhm.
What? What?
No, that is not English. That can't be English.
I'm sorry, Lucas, you had to find out this way.
No! Tell me it ain't so.
Lucas, are you breaking Lucas? Oh, can I ask you a question, Lucas?
Yeah.
There's something my Lola says about people, which I think is basically she's calling them crazy or something.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Chicante! What is she saying?
What did she say?
Chicante! Don't be Chicante! What is... I probably am not saying it very well because I cannot speak Spanish, but...
That might be slang, I'm thinking.
Ah,
'Cause it
so
might
it's
be
either
the word-
Mexican or Tex-Mex slang then.
Yeah, because if it's the word gigante, that means giant,
Okay.
but
She frequently uses it for my cousin who's under 5 feet tall, so I don't think it's that.
okay. Well, you say that, but we had a guy we knew when I was in high school that they call him like Smolly, and the guy was like almost 2 meters tall.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin's very, very short and a little bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, we used to call my dad Speedy, despite him being so slow.
No, my dad's nickname from his friend was, like Tormas, which means brake on the car,
Oh, okay.
or braking, mainly because he's a car guy.
He goes from broom.
Yes.
And the joke was that he was called Tormos and the other guy was called Thermos, which are two different words. Thermos means thermos. It was a joke that you could drink so much.
Oh, right. Okay. I wasn't aware.
Whoa.
Thermal.
Thermos and Tormos.
Funny enough, we use thermos head as a slang here to say someone who's like an idiot, someone who.
Well, you can say Tormos as an idiot as well. As
Yeah.
you're being slow. That's another thing you
Right.
could say.
Yeah.
Oh, slow
Yeah, it's basically the same.
glitches,
It's just like
not
someone
slow.
who doesn't get stuff or who doesn't understand anything beyond what they believe in.
Mm.
Like thermos head. So it's like, yeah, you're a thermos
Wait.
head.
When you say, do you mean thermos? Is that the word you guys were saying? I'm confused again.
Thermos, as in the thing that I am saying it is, and the thing that you can put coffee in to carry around.
Oh, okay.
Thermos.
So, your dad and his friend were thermos, the thing that keeps things at a temperature, and then another similar word that means like a break.
Slow. Yeah, slower
Slow.
break.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Why,
And
why
the
was the other one a thermos?
because he could drink so much.
Okay.
I wouldn't say an alky, but he could drink.
Yeah, no,
So
he's not an alky, but yeah, he can drink.
So that they was part of the joke also just giving them similar names, like they were
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good friends or something.
Yeah.
Like Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah,
I would
basically.
imagine so. Yeah.
They were thick as thieves.
Well, at least he wasn't as bad as that time Home was called Slow. They were playing a poker game, and I think it was Lenny called Homer slow, and Homer was thinking about it internally. And he's like, "How dare you call me slow?" But the game was over, and it was nighttime.
Wow, Homer, you really are slow. Oh, wait, 1 second. What did he tell you? Get out of my house!
Oh.
Obviously, whilst we're watching Homer's thought process, it just seemed like he was still in the moment. But when it came out to reality, yeah, it had turned to night and everyone had already left. Like, Lenny was in his night clothes, for goodness sake. It had been hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's like when you're thinking back about a conversation you had, and suddenly you come up with a good comeback,
Yeah,
and it's like
Yeah.
3 days later.
yeah. Oh, dear.
Wow.
This has had a lot of good gags.
Man, I sure showed them if I told them that at the time.
Yeah.
I think we've all been
Maybe
there at one
next
point
time.
or another.
Obviously.
Never
Yeah,
happened.
everyone has moments like that.
Yeah. Princess, just wait till you hear about all the French accents we have.
You French.
French is not even real.
I hope so.
Oh, that reminds me of when Homer was trying to date Marge. He was saying he was in a French class, and because Marge tutors French, and after like an evening of her tutoring him, she's like, "Wow, Homer, you couldn't even say bonjour when we started, and now you're actually singing in French and whatnot." Obviously,
yeah, that's true.
obviously because he wasn't actually taking French, he was just lying, but she didn't know that at the time. But it just goes to show how good she was at tutoring.
Yep.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Or that Friends episode where Phoebe tries to teach Joey because he also lied about talking French.
I don't understand why people lie about that kind of stuff. Like, you're gonna be that's gonna get out eventually if you don't hurry up and actually learn it.
Nah, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
It's fine.
Actually, this came up in my work, funnily enough. Obviously, we have patients who can't speak English because they only speak, I don't know, Pakistani, Indian, what have you.
Mhm.
And obviously, it's not a requirement for our staff to be bilingual. So you can imagine sometimes nurses will be asking, can someone speak this language?
Yeah.
And one of my friends was just like, I don't know why, they send me to look after this patient when they know I can't speak Indian because he's white. And it's like, yeah, you'd think they get someone who could speak it to look after them.
And
It's
then
like,
they'd have to find someone that actually speaks whichever English language from India it actually is.
well, yeah, but it's that age-old argument. You wouldn't send someone who can't speak German to a German hospital.
Yeah.
That's kind of like...
Logical.
Well, I mean, it's probably also hard to find some of the languages. It sounds like the English hospital system doesn't have a call line for that.
You're not wrong there.
Because
I remember-
the hospitals here have call lines for
Hmm.
pretty much every language if they can't get an interpreter to
Yeah.
physically come.
I actually remember one time, this was back in the early days, one of the discharge officers was saying, like, I can't talk to this person because obviously I don't understand that language. And I said to her, why don't you just use Google Translate? Well, just use your phone. Find out the language they speak, let it translate for you. And she bloody well did it too.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, it's not very good if you're trying to get a medical diagnosis because
Well,
Google
obviously
Translate is
not.
bad.
But she wasn't obviously a doctor.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
again,
yeah, it's good enough for stuff like that.
yeah. I wasn't going to tell her, like, well, I wasn't going to say to a doctor, oh yeah, use Google Translate to give them a, medical prognosis.
I remember I had like 3 conversations ago.
Hmm.
I think when we were talking about going to the bathroom, knowing how to say that.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
when I was working at Office Max,
Hmm.
somebody that was Asian and couldn't speak any language came in and needed to use the bathroom really badly.
Oh no.
And she was like ad-libbing, like squatting a bunch. I was like, I don't know what you're
Oh,
I don't
bless
know
her.
how we
No.
figured out bathroom, but we did get her to the bathroom. But that was
Yes.
a
bless
great
him.
illustration for know how to ask for the bathroom.
Bless him so
Yeah,
much.
I felt really bad for her, but it's like,
I mean,
what
I'd
are
be
you
very
doing? Why are you doing squats?
well. I mean, she wouldn't do the whole dingaling thing.
With the finger,
oh no.
what, like I don't know if she needed the peer poop.
Yeah. Well, you want to play golf? Is that what you're gesturing? No. Oh dear me.
I don't know why I suddenly remembered that. That I like something about what we were talking about helped me remember that the
Yeah.
customer that needed the toilet,
Hmm.
the best she could do was squat.
Oh, bless.
Oh.
Oh,
As long as it
dear.
works.
This
I mean-
is why it's good to try to learn languages if you're going somewhere.
Hmm. At least the basics. You don't need to
Yeah.
be a master or anything.
Yeah. I don't think I learned enough to get by in Denmark if like I had lost Henrik while we were there.
Hmm.
But like if I wanted to live in another country, I would I don't care if they mostly speak English in the country or know it, I would still go out of my way to learn the language
Yeah, one of
and
my
be
friends.
able to speak it well enough to communicate with the people I'm living around.
I think I mentioned it before, but one of my old childhood friends, she moved to Spain, and as you can imagine, being English, she actually made the effort to learn the language. Now she can speak, Spanish as well as English.
Yeah.
But she did admit, obviously, the first few months was hard, but she still made the effort all the same, which is
Yeah.
nice.
It was probably much easier for her to learn it since if she was already living there while trying to learn it.
Because of course she made friends with people who could speak both English and Spanish. That's normal, but it
Yeah.
really helped her out to get better at it.
Yeah. I just feel like it's kind of rude to walk up to people and be like, "Hey, do you speak English? I need help. Can you help me?" I mean, if I know how to say that in Danish, but I would like if I went to Denmark to live there, I would much rather learn how to just speak Danish.
Well, yeah.
Right.
You know, it's just a form of respect.
Yeah,
Well,
rather than
in my
burden
eyes.
them with
Yeah.
maybe having to speak English and not being very comfortable with how they speak English or something.
Yeah. You know, it's to me it just seems rude that if I went up to someone, it's like you're in England, speak English. If I went to Germany and I just didn't speak German, you know, it's like,
Yeah,
of course I'm going to speak their language if I'm in that country. That just makes sense to me.
yeah. I don't hold it against people if they can't speak
No,
the
no,
language either, though.
of
Like,
course not.
it's just I hope that for simplicity of life that people will start doing that more frequently.
You can only hope.
Yeah.
As I said, to me, it just feels like common respect. If I go up to someone and tell them that, I can't cry foul if I do the opposite. You know.
It is kind of funny in the U.S. Sometimes people might be speaking like they might be a native person,
Yeah.
and somebody who might not be very knowledgeable might just assume they're speaking Spanish because they're brown and have black hair and stuff, and they'll be speaking like whatever native language they're speaking and be told speak English, and they're like, I'm speaking Navajo or something like that. It's like.
Good God.
I kind of want to witness something like that happen because it's like they're not talking to you. They don't need to speak English right now.
Yeah. One of my work colleagues.
Picking a fight.
One of my old work colleagues at McDonald's. He knew I was English, but for whatever reason, this particular day, one of my managers was telling me something, and he took me to the side. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll talk to him in our native tongue," kind of thing. So he's talking Indian, and I said to him, "You know I'm English, right?" I understood what he said, and he just felt so embarrassed. It's like, oh, yeah, of course you are. Just because I look it, apparently.
That sounds extra weird because there's like 40 plus languages in India. So like he could walk up to you and start speaking one of a million languages that he assumed you might speak, and you still might understand it.
And as I said, we've been working together for quite a few years, so he did know, but it's like, for whatever reason this day, he just plain forgot.
Maybe he had a brain fart.
He
Well,
had
yeah.
an awakening.
I did hold it against him or anything, but he probably thought I was confused because of what my manager was telling me. I was just processing what the manager was telling me. I wasn't. So I didn't understand what he said.
It's like, what? I've had people do that with me with Spanish. When I worked at Office Facts, they'd be like, I'm sorry, but I don't understand a thing you're saying. I had one guy be like, how come you didn't learn Spanish? And it's like, well, see, when my mom was a child, they would kind of punish you if you spoke Spanish. So my family just didn't, like my Lola and Lolo just didn't bother teaching them Tagalog or Spanish. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't, like, nobody in my family past my Lola speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Because it just fell out of the family. It wasn't spoken at home, so I never learned it. And some schools still do punish kids for not speaking English.
Really?
Which makes me wonder if the schools are like teachers, because doing that does not encourage the kids to learn other languages. If anything, it just makes them want to speak more of whatever their language is and like talk all of the shit about you.
Here you get punished if you talk Russian.
Is it like that in there too?
Yeah, it's because like it's a bit more complicated here. Basically, we used to have Russian schools because of USSR. And obviously you had Russian teachers, Russian children, Russian everything. And then in 2008, after stepping into the EU, they started enforcing Russian schools to close or switch over to Latvian teachings, which throws a wrench into a lot of curriculum. Specifically in my case, it was my exam year, and suddenly all of the curriculum is in Latvian, and I cannot understand what is being taught to me, because Latvian has always been my a sore spot in my ass. Like I could never really speak it well. I could speak English like a second language, but not Latvian. And now suddenly all the curriculum is in Latvian, so that has been going on since then. Most
kind of cruel to the people that were still actively.
Well, if you want my opinion, they can do that, but you have to do it gradually from the first classes.
Yeah, they like for you, they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
They for much younger people, that it's not terrible, that you were done dirty by that.
Yeah, because that was my ninth class. The ninth one is when you get the exams to pass into higher. And you get the same in 12th grade to pass essentially school, but all I had to pass was the ninth one to get into college.
Oh, you mean SATs and GCSEs? Well, that's the comparison here.
Yeah, that's basically the equivalent in England, because they were asking me about those when I came over.
Yeah, in year 9 it's SATs, in year 12 it's GCSEs.
Yeah, you have specific names, we just have exams.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
No, that's about it. So that screwed me over. My grades went from 7s and 8s and 6s to 4s, 5s. Just dropped. Like most of my grades just dropped.
Yep, definitely done dirty.
Yep.
And the teachers would get fines if they didn't teach in Latvian.
Oh wait, I need to go back and evolve from there.
And to comment on something you guys said, like I know you didn't mean anything, but around here, like a lot of older generations will not speak Russian to you, even if they know it, because well, spite.
So it's like French people in France refusing to speak to you
in English,
in other languages.
Yeah,
I think it's more complicated given the history of Latvia too.
So like if Denmark has like a joking kind of rivalry with Sweden, Latvia has a very open, hostile relationship.
Well, I mean, they were basically what's the word? Being from their point of view anyway, they were basically just being I can't remember the word.
Occupied.
Yeah, they were being occupied, so they're gonna be assholes.
Well, basically, Jessica, there's not a time where Latvia wasn't occupied.
So you're just the asshole, the flavor of the current century.
Mainly because we were the occupiers at a certain time. My town used to be a Nazi town during World War II. Like it was occupied, and that's the way it is. And there's a lot of like leftovers here from the people who were living here. So those feelings never went away for a lot of people.
I honestly don't blame them. Like I think it's horrible the way they treat the people that were born there as Russians, because I mean you were born there. It's But I also don't expect people to just be like a big happy family after spending a generation under the thumb of the SSR.
No, that's all fine and dandy. It's just it sucks when you know the person knows how to speak the language, but they will not under any circumstance.
you.
Yeah, talk to you, even if you're having trouble, just to spite
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah. But don't you refuse to learn any more Latvian just to spite them?
Oh, I learned Latvian. I specifically went to learn. Like, if anything, I went out of my way to learn it.
Hmm.
Like, I don't like it, but that's my history with the language.
Yeah. And you do live in Latvia.
Yeah. Like, I do know, like, basic Latvian. I can speak, it's just really hard for me.
Yeah. And you've said they're not very nice to you because you have an accent on top of that,
Well,
right?
there's that too as well. They know I'm Russian,
like-
so...
It's like I feel like people shouldn't be like that either. That's just like this person is making an effort to talk to you in your native language because you won't talk to them in a language that's mutually and easier probably for both of you. So why are you being a shithead?
Them's the breaks.
I don't.
Mhm.
I think it's weird.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest here. The whole history of humanity is just weird.
Especially Western humanity.
So
Like the
it's
more I
fun.
learn about other cultures that aren't like been pile drive by the West, the more I feel like it's just the West screws everything up.
I mean, depends who you ask.
Well, yeah, if I ask somebody from England, they'll be like, the world was better back when we owned everything.
Reese,
England or Spain, in my case.
Reese, this is your cue to say, wasn't it?
I mean, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I honestly have no clue. All I know is back then I would have just been a slave. So whatever. No, tell a lie. I wouldn't even exist. Because it was bad to mix breeds back then. Not that no one did it. They totally did, but you'd be killed for it. That's for damn sure. I'd either be fully black or fully white. I wouldn't be a mix. That's for damn sure. Heaven forbid, my dad would be a nobleman and my mum would be a chambermaid, and he just felt frisky one day. That would have raised some eyebrows. Potato, what's all this then? Goodness me.
Well, I guess slaves weren't treated like play dolls like in America, because it is 100% possible to be half white back in slavery times in the U.S.
Well, again, as Alec was saying, like when us Brits ruled before you guys ran away from us.
Which
I'm kidding.
Separated.
I
Divorced.
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the mental calisthenics the slave owners had to go through to impregnate their slaves, but also tell them like flat out say they're basically animals, so we don't need to treat them like humans. So it's like,
I don't know what to tell you.
are you do you also enjoy impregnating sheep or something like?
Well,
Oh, don't ask people that because you will not like the answer for that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it would just deeply offend all of the tobacco farmers in the U.S. It's just you're making these. You're saying that they're animals, and then you're taking their woman and impregnating them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry, us men took
but-
theirs too.
It's just like what? Like if I feel like people that are like that, it's like they aren't actually believing those things. It's just the excuse they come up with.
Well, this is it. Like, I'm not saying, there weren't some quote-unquote good masters that actually treated their slaves well, but in the company of their peers, they would treat them like shit.
I don't want to have this conversation because it makes you
'cause
sound like an apologist for the people, the slave owners
again,
in the U.S.
Again, I'm not saying thing because I wasn't there. I don't freaking
Yeah,
know.
there were good slave owners in the U.S. and you know what they did?
Go on.
They
Hey,
joined
guys.
with the North and released their slaves.
Hey guys, we're playing
Yeah.
Digimon.
I thought this was a conversation about Digimon.
I mean, technically,
What
There's
did I
plenty of
miss?
Digimon.
technically it is. I'm beating up Digimon and I'm putting them onto my team. They are therefore my slaves.
They're your friends.
I think my main point is that, and I guess it isn't even specifically about anyone doing something, is I think when somebody like does something that's counter to other things they say, I kind of feel a little confused by the mental gymnastics that has to be done.
Yeah.
Because it's like it would be like, I don't know, me talking about cats in a way that's like super offensive to cats in some way, while keeping cats or something. I don't know. I can't think of a good example right now.
This might be an right example. Has anyone here seen Scrubs at all?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Long story short, the janitor becomes drinking buddies with a doctor. And at work, the doctor acts like, oh, they're all friendly because of the night before. And the janitor just shrugs him off. It's like, oh, stupid doctors, what have you, to his janitor friends. And then when they're away from the janitor's friends, he's like, hey man, sorry about that. I can't let the guys know that I'm friends with a doctor, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's basically it. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's like, dude,
So
you're doing so. The mental gymnastics is just like silly.
Yeah, it is. They still went out to drink together, of course, but when they're at work, they just don't talk to each other, acknowledge their existence, and it's just why do it?
It's people trying to keep up appearances.
Yeah.
And stuff.
As I said, it's not an excuse. It's just I don't know why it is. It's just
I think that's why I say things like I hate mustard, except as an ingredient.
Yeah.
Because I hate mustard, but I like mustard. But it's like I like things that have mustard in it as an ingredient. I just don't like it as a condiment. I guess I'm just trying to be as precise as possible.
I mean, I don't know if this is an actual thing, but is there mustard flavored Skittles?
Probably.
And it's just like, why?
You saw the image too, huh?
You know?
I please do not give me mustard flavored Skittles. Please.
Like, I didn't know this was a thing until, I don't know, a year or two. Like, Japan really loves Kit Kats. They have flavors.
Yeah, they have so many flavors.
So many
They
flavors.
fucking love the cats.
You know, here it's just like, wait, you mean there's more than just a basic chocolate biscuits?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
They have like a lot of Kit Kat flavors that seem like objectively wrong to me. It's just like, why would you want that to be a Kit Kat?
I want some green tea
don't know.
Kit Kat.
At least that's like green tea gets paired with dessert type things a lot, but like I'm sure they have something ridiculous like a sriracha Kit Kat or something.
I mean, if I looked it up,
Flavored Kit Kat.
Wasabi Kit.
if we looked it up, we could probably find so many different ones. But
I bet they do have a wasabi Kit Kat.
They probably do.
they...
Goat liver.
Hold on,
Kit
I'm
Kat.
actually gonna look this up.
Go.
They do.
They have
Wait,
what,
what
a
now?
wasabi flavored Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Okay. Delicious wasabi.
Like what? Why? I mean, if you like it
wasabi?
spicy, sure, but damn. Okay.
They want to clear their sinuses and enjoy chocolate at the same time.
I mean, okay.
Oh, it hurts. I cannot wasabi. Like it hurts so much.
Wasabi.
Ugh.
Oh,
There's-
goodness me.
There's fucking soy sauce Kit Kats. Red
I
bean
mean,
soup Kit
So I guess that would just be like the equivalent of like eating a chocolate bar with sea salt or whatever people like to put on their chocolate
yeah.
these days.
I suppose.
sweet bean jelly Kit Kats. Hot Japanese chili powder Kit Kats.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh, goodness me.
Does that mean that Japan like has some breed of chili that's super spicy or something?
I guess.
I would assume so. I don't know. It's just one of those things I just never would have pegged. Just Japan just really loves their Kit Kats.
Ooh, fruit parfait. That looks good.
Parfait. That sounds familiar, but I don't think what it is.
Wasabi. There's a part of me that is curious, but would never actually try it. Like, what
Oh,
would that taste like?
Are we gonna do one of
Pain.
those?
Other
Are we
than
gonna do one of
pain.
those live food tasting streams of the
No.
Only
Kit
if I
Kats?
can unilaterally veto anything you try to feed me.
I would eat an
Tell you
entire
what.
box of those if I
Tell you
don't
what,
have to pay for them.
we'll roll a d20 for it.
No, we won't, because I have irritable bowels and other issues, so I am not going to let you feed me something that I do not want to eat.
And I'm just not gonna eat.
But Alec doesn't like spicy things, right?
Yeah.
I would eat an entire box of that if I don't have to pay for them.
the wasabi Kit Kats.
Yeah. We reach a goal, someone mails them to me, and I just eat them all with my camera on.
While crying.
No, I actually love spice.
Oh dear.
Fire Blast 2.
Yeah, that's what they call me after the stream.
Fire Blast 2 is just an attack normal. It doesn't attack twice. Or all of them.
It's a bigger Fire Blast.
No, Fire Blast, the normal one attacks all enemies, and Fire Blast 2 I think just attacks one.
Yeah, it's a bigger Fire Blast.
Okay, fair enough.
I know that it's a one-person attack.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a
But-
downgrade.
Well, I have the other one still too, but I also have Pelter, which is very expensive, but hits really hard for everything.
Oh, I was
But
thinking of something else.
I abuse it for when I'm trying to level things up.
Oh, I was thinking something else when he said the whole fire blast thing. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh dear. Oh, my mind is filth.
Um,
No, Reese. No.
Yes, Arata. Yes.
I don't know what it was that he thought, but I'm not going to try very hard to figure it out.
I don't know, but I would rather keep it that way.
Don't worry, it's nothing too vulgar. It's just, when someone eats a lot of chili, like Taco Bell or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, so you were just thinking of him having a volcanic
Yeah.
poop.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what he was talking about, wasn't he?
Well, that's what I thought when he said fire blast.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. That
Oh,
was the
okay, so
joke.
I was thinking that. Because you guys were talking about Fire Blast 2 and pellets. I'm thinking,
No.
What?
Yeah. Lucas made the joke from hearing it.
Right, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I wasn't, okay.
You weren't. You weren't.
Yeah.
That was the intention. We're all
Okay.
horrible.
The rest of us just didn't feel the need to vocalize it.
No worries. Because I thought I just missed the joke when you started
Oh.
talking about other things.
Oh,
No, that's okay.
I don't know.
You know me, I'm a bit slow sometimes.
We're all slow. I think we all
Especially
actually
today,
think.
apparently.
I think we all think too fast and we get confused and lost.
Yeah.
And then it becomes very confusing because we all just kind of
Yeah,
talk out of
some-
our ass without thinking about what we're saying.
well,
Just like that
sometimes
Shen comic. That's just like, I have increased the speed of my brain to the maximum. Oh, serious murder? I'm stupid faster.
well, a lot of the time we
Just
are on the
kill
same page, but sometimes
Yeah.
we jump ahead and it's like, wait, Are we on the same page? What?
What happened in the middle?
Like instead of going 1, 2, 3, we skipped right to 4.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5.
I guess
Where's the
part
rest
of
of
it
them?
might be that because we all think so fast, and I think we generally respect each other, we just assume what each other is saying, and then we
Yeah.
all lose track of what all we're saying.
Yes.
Because we're just kind of getting bogged down on all of those things combined to make it hard to communicate sometimes.
Sometimes. But then we do communicate and then we find out, oh, we were actually on the right thing.
Same
It just
page.
takes a
what's
while
that?
to get there. Yes.
Hmm.
I think the one skill I wish I had managed to maintain from when I worked in customer service was being able to stop and think for a moment before I say something.
Hmm.
I don't
'Cause I
think I've
didn't-
ever had that skill.
I only developed it for a brief time when I was working at Office Max as part of I think it was more trying to figure out I think it's easier to do when you come into a conversation assuming they don't know at all what they want.
Mhm.
and having the self-control to not say something that might get me in trouble or confuse them depending on what they just said to me.
Yeah, sometimes it is hard to gauge what the customer is actually after.
Well, when it comes to printing things out or making art, all of you know that the customer never knows what they're after.
Nope.
Or at the very least, they do not know how to describe what they're after. That is why we beg of all of you to please just draw your stick figures for us.
It's fine.
It helps. Promise.
yeah.
We promise. It helps if you give us a stick figure to go off of.
We can figure it out, we promise you. That's why we have the job.
Oh, it's really difficult for me to sort out what I want Nib to have at this point.
If you have 2 ultimate attacks, you can probably get rid of 1.
Wait, what's an ultimate attack?
Like Evil Wind and Dark Side attack, like Rotten Rainbows, for example, is a system attack.
Yeah.
Ultimate attack.
So
I meant by ultimate attack. I meant ultimate.
The attack that the ultimate gets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Evil Wind will speed down the enemy, but usually a fight is done in like 1 or 2 turns.
Yeah. I basically, at this point, just need to make sure I don't make it so I can't afford to attack ever. And I don't actually know what I'm gonna have Nib become after I'm done getting all of the ultimates on them. Which is why I'm trying to greedily keep as much as I can on them. Because I don't know who I'm gonna evolve DNA Digivolve them with once I've done all 3 of the ultimates.
What ultimates are you after?
I don't know with Nib. Nib is just level it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I just like I have Nib and I can't remember the name of the other. Oh, Zip. Nib and Zib are both viruses that I'm just trying to get all of the ultimates because they don't evolve past ultimate. And then I think I'm gonna smush them together.
Right.
And then see what happens from there. But
Actually,
with Chalcedony, I'm trying to make into Garudamon eventually. I don't think I have enough EP for that yet, but it's a Vidramon, right?
Okie dokie. That's a point,
Because-
though. How many megas are in this game, if any?
A fair number.
Yeah, there's
Let me count.
definitely-
I have a thing open.
Oh, okay.
definitely most data and vaccine have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's 22, 23 if you count Chimeramon. Oh, wait, there's
Wow.
more.
Oh,
23,
okay.
24, 25, 26, 27. There's 27, 28 if you count Chimeramon.
Wow. I didn't realize there was so many goddamn megas.
Yeah. I there's a part of me that wants to get Puppetmon and name it Petrushka. I had to play Petrushka my junior or senior year in high school, and it's basically like Pinocchio but terrible.
How terrible are we talking?
I don't know. I've never seen the ballet, but if you heard the
okay.
music from Petrushka, you would probably understand.
Right. When you said terrible, I was thinking more horror, not just bad.
I think everything that Stravinsky wrote either made people riot or go crazy. So.
Oh wow. Wow.
Like, even a lot of Stravinsky stuff now is kind of controversial, as musically speaking.
Goodness me.
Okay.
How is that possible?
Well, listen to some Stravinsky and find
I'm gonna
out.
have to. I'm really gonna have to. I'm curious now. If I go mad, then I already am.
I kind of want to try to get a Puppetmon just so I can name it Petrushka. I think Petrushka dies or something at the end of the ballet.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to really.
Now I'm kind of curious. All I
Yeah.
really remember is it was a very harsh and terrible bunch of music to have to march to.
Definitely gonna have to look into that now. It's a shame that in was it Cyber Sleuth, you can't actually give your Digimon nicknames. At least not that I've found out so far.
No,
You can't?
No,
Can you
No.
get? So does that mean you can't get duplicates either?
you can.
Oh no, you can get duplicates. That's
Hmm.
easy enough.
But so like you'll end up with just you
Yeah.
could end up with nothing but Garurumons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
That
And
sounds
all called
really
Garurumon.
confusing.
Well, this is it. Like some of the Digimon lines obviously cross over each other. Like I could have an Elakmon, a Gobumon, and I don't know off the top of my head, another Digimon, and I could all evolve them to Garurumon, but I could not tell you which one was which.
That is
Because
very
it's just that
complicated.
interchangeable. However, though I haven't unlocked it yet, I don't know if this is in Hacker's memory or if it's a store in the game. You can give your Digimon accessories like bunny ears and stuff, so that can,
I guess that can help you differentiate.
you know what I mean? At one point, I was literally training up 3 Lady Devimons to try and get Lilithmon. And heaven forbid, I couldn't tell you now which one was the original I started with. Maybe if I look at the stats,
Yeah.
possibly, but otherwise, yeah. Because the ABI,
Yeah.
depending how many times I digivolved it, will be higher than any of the others. So
Also,
that's the
like
only way
DPs.
to raise it, by digivolving it and going back and digivolving it and digivolving it.
No, yeah, ABI is kind of like DP in this one.
Yeah.
It kind of
Sounds better.
seems like it kind of seems like no matter how many Digimon games get made, there's always like weird quality of life things that just don't happen.
Well, don't get me wrong, Cyber Sleuth might be very similar to this, but it's a lot easier than this to train
Yeah.
your Digimon and get them to
Quality of
digivolve.
life. So much quality of life.
Yeah, but
it's
then
pretty
it has
much the
weird
same
things
principle.
like you can't nickname them.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, come on, you managed to learn something from your previous games. Why did you take nicknames away?
Even this game lets you nickname them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just odd.
It is. It really is.
Because it sounds really difficult to who should I use?
Oh, that's an idea. I don't know if we'll actually do it. It's just an idea. But you know that Digimon horror game? I keep forgetting its bloody name.
Survive.
Thank you,
Survive?
Survive.
Yes.
Maybe we should try and play that in October, just to see how bad we do, or how good we do.
It's a visual novel, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one of us needs to play it. We can just have fun commentary or do the voices.
I'll play it if everyone else does the voices.
No worries. I'm all for
Oh,
it.
with visual novels we do.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, because I played a game and did all of the voices for Henrik because he was like, do the voices. I was like, fine. And in my throat gets really tired really quickly, even if I get cough drops and drink a lot of water. Because, like, doing all the voices makes me talk more than, like, teaching, which is insane if you ask me, but it does. So, like, I'll play it if everyone else does the voices and you spare me having to do them.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's fine. I'm more than happy to.
Definitely.
Because by October, my work should actually be giving me work, so I'll have enough income to buy the game. It's kind of an expensive game.
Is it? I thought it
Yeah,
went down.
it's like $50 or $60.
What? Still?
Yeah, it's maybe it's gone down, but I wouldn't hang on it because it came out last year, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, maybe it'll be on sale for October because
It might
horror
be.
game.
Yeah.
But
Let's take a look-see-loo very quickly, just to make sure.
I mean, there's a end of summer sale. Maybe there's a sale for it.
is that going
Okay.
on right now?
I think so.
Okay, for me currently, it's sitting at $39.99, and it came out 29th July 2022. So yeah, last year.
Yeah, you can.
But
yeah,
The
if
price
it's on,
may have gone down a bunch then.
yeah, you can also look on places like Humble Store or similar.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like I usually look at Kingwin, even though people say, "Oh, you shouldn't buy stuff from Kingwin. It's cheap." Shut up.
I honestly don't know how to buy games, if that makes sense. Because my entire childhood and college time, I maybe got one game a year if I was lucky. And I definitely couldn't afford to buy things, which is one of the reasons why I only really played Pokemon in college, because I could save up for one mainline game every once in a while.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hurt. I mean, it would hurt a lot now because they're garbage games that cost $60, but
Well, I just sent you a link of one example, but obviously I'm not saying get it right now. Because, yeah.
But I don't know how to buy games, and I don't know what to do when I do get multiple games at the same time. Like, I remember one time a bunch of interesting looking games were really cheap on the Switch, and I bought a bunch of them because they were all under $2 or something. And because of I had so many, I ended up playing almost none of them because I had to choose.
Yeah, because
So it's like I don't know how to play video games when I can actually afford to buy what I want to play.
Yeah, I found Digimon Survive on Kingwin. It's €25. So half price.
Yeah, I found something similar as well. But as I said, this is not saying, "Oh, get it today," but it's just an example.
Yeah. Well, I can't get it today.
Yeah.
I got a week's worth of income, and they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're probably not going to actually give you a job until midway through September or October." And it's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, not like I got bills to pay or anything.
Yeah, and they constantly keep sending messages like, "But you can still like practice and read all the stuff. We won't pay you to read." Wink, wink.
You're gonna be a good employee. Hashtag good employee.
Yes. And that's when I realized, oh wait, this is probably the reason why they won't hire people outside the US, because they can't legally even suggest stuff like that to people outside the US.
Goodness me.
And I really was tempted to send an email to like the company, but I'm afraid it'll get me fired, so I'm just gonna do nothing but also never do any of the practice or whatever they expect of me. And if I don't know or can't do these things they expect me to do on my time for free, I'm just gonna tell them, well, you didn't offer any training and I'm not gonna work on my time.
Yeah.
I'm not here to work for free.
who is?
Everyone in the US is basically expected to be a good employee and work off the clock.
Tell you what, I'll be a good employee when you pay me the adequate amount for me to be a
Yeah.
good employee.
Start
Obvious.
paying me like $50 an hour and or give me a salary that's livable. Then maybe I'll study and practice things on my quote unquote personal time.
Exactly, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a hard thing to really suggest, is it?
Well, in the US, it'll get you fired, and most states are right to work states, so they don't even have to tell you why they fired you, so you don't have anything to, I guess, call them on.
Yep.
They'll probably just be like, yeah, we just don't have the money. Turns around and hires like 20 very unfortunate new workers that are going to suffer through the onboarding process because the onboarding process was terrible.
Yeah.
I just do not understand business. Like, you need people to do the work, but you don't
Yes.
want to pay them to do the work.
Yeah,
But you
Well,
want to get all the money from all their labor.
they need to. I don't know how labor is looked at in other countries, but in the U.S., any kind of labor that is, I guess, quote unquote low training labor, like working at a McDonald's or something, is super devalued. And they don't really value you as a human being. You're just a cog in the machine that they can throw out whenever they need. And how dare you complain about getting paid nothing while all you do is stand around flipping burgers? It's like, dude, these people are standing up all day in the heat, getting burned. How about you all stop eating hamburgers and we close McDonald's? How about that?
You know what I mean?
Make your own goddamn hamburger.
Yeah, make your own damn burger. Clean your own damn floors. Screw you.
It's the same with people that construction workers basically destroy their bodies so that our infrastructure work, and they aren't valued either. They at least get paid somewhat decent, but the US has a very toxic way of looking at labor and judging people's value based on the labor they do, even though a lot of stuff that's judged lowly is kind of needed for the society to function. Like, just the problem is they don't value you as a human being. They just want their money. That's why they're gonna make you do the job of 3 people.
Yeah.
And then give all the income you generate to whoever's sitting on top.
As I said, I just do not understand it, but again, I obviously
That's
don't
because
think
you're not
like
a horrible human being
Very true.
that dehumanizes the people around you.
How dare you, Reese? Quick.
How dare I?
Horrible.
How dare I? I can
All you
play
have to do is pretend we're all Leomon. Does that help? Does it make it easier to understand?
Did that
Believe it or not, it does.
Personas?
Believe it or not, it does help. It makes it so much easier.
Oh no.
Oh, bless Leomon.
Oh. Because Leomon's not a person.
Yeah, that's what Bexa said. Oh, dear.
If he happens to do work for us, that's fine.
Hmm.
We don't have to help him if he dies. He's Leomon. He's not a person.
It's just one of those
You will die
things.
anyways.
Heaven forbid, I wake up one day in a big house, 3 kids, heaven forbid Bex makes 3 kids, you know, and I go to work and I just treat people like shit, but I get so much money to do it. I don't
but
know
Reese,
how I would-
imagine the power trip. Imagine how good it feels.
Oh no, I imagine it feels great. That doesn't make me a better person, though.
Here's about being a better person. You're making profits.
I know, right? At long last, I
Yeah,
can do the things
didn't
I
you know
want.
that if you're not making money, then it must be a personal moral failing on your part, so those people deserve to be stepped on?
Exactly.
Usually I'm the one that gets stepped on, which might explain why I'm not in management.
Oh.
Oh, dear me.
Can't wait until we become famous and someone grabs this and takes it out of context.
Usually, I'm the one stepped on.
I don't know how to feel. I have to step on someone else? Oh, I don't know. This feels so good.
Oh, no.
Kneel, peasant! Lick my boot.
Paris, you're not
Oh,
even wearing boots.
This just
really not.
reminded me of the conversation we had last week when Rio wasn't here.
Wait, what conversation? What are you saying about me?
The world will never know.
You will have to watch all episodes to know.
On that note, let's do a plug.
A plug.
Yes, if you like our content, please continue watching our channel and subscribe.
We are on YouTube. Somehow we haven't been deleted yet.
Somehow.
That's because I stopped uploading.
Oh no.
Did it become too hard to censor?
No, I've just been lazy.
Oh, okay.
But you're our only editor-in-chief, Chief.
That's the problem.
Oh, I could always ask
Bring
my
back
brother
the
to help
previous
you.
topic. Kneel and work!
I'd offer to help, but I don't know how to do video.
That's okay.
Although
I
I
can
think
probably-
my computer is probably the best one for doing video editing on at this point.
The thing
Love
is,
that.
it's not difficult. Where if I'm just if I'm just pumping out episodes one by one without editing, it's not hard. It's tedious. If I need to do editing, that can drag out one of them into being 1 hour or 2 hours because
Yeah.
I'm bad at
Right.
it. But still, like, and I do it manually, and the footage is like several hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the reason I say I wish I could help with that is because I until my work gives me something to do, I literally have infinite time other than other than getting sick or sleeping.
well, as I said, I could always ask my brother to help with the editing. But Beck said, it's not Halloween. Let's not have horror stories.
Yeah, no.
Does your brother know how to edit things?
He does. He does. But that's a whole nother debate. Well, I say debate.
Can of
'Cause
worms?
Well, the thing is, if I give my brother our video to edit, it might be good, but then it's a whole back and forth of trying to tell him what we want done, or he'll have to ask us what needs to be
So
done.
he's a terrible editor.
I think he just wants to get it right more to it. But even in saying that, when he starts up his work again, he won't have the free time to do it. So then obviously it's kind of a moot point that can't do
Oh, you
editing.
made it sound like you would have to tell him what to do rather. So he asks what has to be done.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, then he's a good editor. What's wrong with him asking you what to do? It's
No.
part of his job.
No. I was saying when he starts working again, it'll become harder because obviously he won't have the time to sit through 3 hours of videos and edit them down to 10 minutes.
We
That's what I
have
mean.
to we have to get a big following so we can afford to just pay someone to do it for us.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, it's nice that he's offered, but again, it's asking too much of him to do his whole 8-hour day with kids and then try and edit our videos for a deadline. You know what I mean?
Yes.
As I said, it's nice of him to offer, but I wouldn't put him through that.
Yeah, no.
And then there's the whole trying to get the videos to him in the first place, because we don't have like a Dropbox or
Well,
anything.
there is a
So-
way. It's just tedious again.
You see my point? When we have more time or can actually hire someone, we'll cross that bridge. But for the meantime,
It's
Here we
fine
are.
as it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, memory bug.
Yep. Memory bug
Now-
sits
now you
in your
can't
memory.
make friends.
Yeah, now
Oh,
you
right,
can't
right,
capture
right.
any.
Oh, that's fine. I haven't been capturing many for quite a while now. I was trying to remember what the memory bug did. I lost my memory.
Rio actually got a memory bug.
It's taking up space in my brain.
Oh no, a bit bug. I actually found an invisible one today. A bit bug. It left me after one turn.
Hmm.
I guess it didn't like it. There was too many bits.
This one.
Hey
Okay,
Reese,
got
guess who I'm looking for?
Hmm.
Guess who I'm looking for? In my game.
So I'm just going through the list of possible
Just
candidates.
guess.
Oh, Miramon?
Who?
Miramon?
No, I already got him.
Yeah, see what I mean? I'm going through the list of what you could be going for.
Well, what's the
Pixelmon?
trolliest one he can be going for?
I said Piximon.
Yes.
Yes. God damn it. I hate when I'm right.
I'm fighting a Piximon right now.
Yeah.
Damn it all! When will that damn thing leave me?
Well, he
Never.
does try to
Never.
run away, so
Imagine, Reese, you actually become a child of destiny, and your partner is a Piximon.
I've been
Emperor
given the
Digimon
kind of
again.
trouble Piximon makes. I feel like Luna would be a Piximon if you turned
Yeah.
into a
Oh, don't get me wrong. She loves Piximon. Like, I think I got in Cyber Sleuth once, and she's like, "Hey, Piximon, let's use it," and I'm just like, "No."
And then you sacrificed it.
Good
Yes, I
one.
did actually. I did get another one though at some point, but yeah,
Oops.
so annoying. I could have won that damn match. I could have. Gah. Zaylavi, what the hell? Why am I confused?
Oh, by the way, Digimon. Before I forget, Digimon Survive is 16 on the Argentinian account.
Oh,
It's
okay.
16.
$16.
$16.
16 money.
Hey, Pixieman. I found him, Reese.
Excellent. Now kill him.
I will.
Murder.
Murder. Death,
Avenge
kill.
me. Avenge me.
Well, you were severely underprepared for that fight.
Yes.
I'm
You're so
overprepared.
So annoying. That fight should not have gone the way it did, but it did.
I'm gonna leave my game on the map now because it's close to time to stop.
15
Okay.
minutes. Oh, we can stop now if you want.
No, I'm fine. I don't want to go back into a thing
Okay.
this close to
You can
to
always
ending.
autopilot. But yeah, no worries.
What the bloody... What is going on here?
What is going on?
You know,
I
you know
can-
what? Actually, the best thing about this is I've set everyone up, and I can actually just switch it over to Reese if so
Yeah.
we get some gameplay. Boop. There we go.
Boop.
Basically, all my Digimon are confused and currently killing each other, except the one I need to kill.
Oh,
It'll be fine.
you should kill the Tsukaimon first.
Oh, this is it. I tried to, but it was too late. It's far too late.
Oh, did he hit the thing and confuse someone?
Yeah.
Like, I aimed for him first, and I thought I got him before he confused us. Nope.
Well, it's not the Tsukaimon that confuses you. He
Alright.
hits the Raremon, and then that confuses you.
Yeah. Friendly fire.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's why you need to kill
Hey.
Tsukaimon first.
Pixie's dead.
Right.
You're
Okay.
beating him up with a Phoenixmon.
Piximon's dead, Reese. He's dead.
Excellent. Now stomp on his
Dead.
face.
I
Step
forgot
on
his
him.
his death animation was him kind of deflating and floating to the ground like a leaf.
Step on him.
No,
Step on him.
no. He already ran
Oh, hey,
off.
we're back to the previous stream.
Here you go, MP chip.
Well, Vash, have you felt the need to come out of the box?
Yes, mother.
Why was he in the box?
Because it's a box.
Oh, okay. I thought you just put.
Not only is it a box, but it has butcher paper in it, so it's a crinkly box.
Oh, crinkles.
Yeah, best
That's like
kind
cat
of
man.
box. Yeah.
I'd say that's as strong as cat, but I'd be wrong. A crinkly box.
Yeah, yesterday I got a package and I put the box on the chair.
Mm.
And you know how the flaps often stick straight up? So
Yeah.
the box is taller than normal?
Mm.
And you know how Vash is like 18 years old and arthritic, so he's not very athletic?
Mm.
Well, he really wanted into that box, and so he kind of awkwardly flopped himself over the flap. And it made a lot of noise, and all I saw was his tail and back legs awkwardly flopping over the edge and going in there, and then just constant like.
Oh, bless him.
And I don't
My
know,
God,
like,
I am
if he was if he was trying to get the paper the way he wanted it to be, or if he was just confused after his awkward transition into the box.
Mm.
But then he sat up and started peeking at me, just you know how cats sometimes peek just their eyes over something
Yep.
and look at
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So I was like, do you want out? What do you want? So I took him out and I put him down, and he looked at me. And 5 minutes later, he flopped himself back into the box again. So I was like, okay, I guess you wanted to be.
I want attention.
Yes.
Hey guys,
It's like, pet me while I'm in the
What's
box.
up?
But,
how do mountains see?
Uh,
They peak.
oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Dear. It's something just me and Bex do for shits and giggles. He'll just peek at me.
Oh.
Like, Reese, I'm a mountain. I'm peeking. I know it's
Oh.
stupid, but I love it.
Alec,
Mhm.
does Masha ever do the thing where she like peeks around a corner with just one eye?
Yes.
It's really funny when cats do that.
I am looking at you.
It reminds me of Chopper whenever he's trying to hide. He's just in plain view.
Do you ever play with her when she's doing that? Like you peek around a corner, look
Yes.
at her, and then hide and then
Yes.
peek.
Yes.
It's so fun when cats like to do that. And then she runs over her and is like, "I found you."
Yes.
Oh, Masha's the best.
I've missed out on some cat years, to say the least, because my cats were always outdoor cats.
Oh.
One day, we'll see.
Yeah, you have to get lucky to get a cat that's like that. Like Vash would do it, but none of the other cat. Well, I guess Fluffy would do it sometimes too, but none of the other cats like think that's fun. I guess.
Yeah. Well, tell a lie, I do still have a cat. She's on the couch right now watching Disenchantment.
Is another season out? Did another season come out for Disenchanted?
It should be out next week. No, week after in September.
I have mixed feelings about Disenchanted. Like I watch it, but I have very mixed feelings about it. I really like the opening theme though.
Well, it's the last season on the 3rd of September.
I don't know.
No, I was saying it's the final season, but I think it comes out on the 3rd of September. I know it's in September, but it's definitely the final season. They're actually
so maybe
updating it.
they'll get their narrative shit together.
I mean, it has been 4 seasons.
Yeah, but I don't know what is wrong with Disenchanted, but they like every season has had horrible pacing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, and the characters are frequently not that funny.
This is probably why it's on its final season.
Yeah, it's like I like it. I guess I like the concept of it, but I feel like the humor is not at all on point a lot of the times. and
Mm.
I feel like it's like they're trying to do Futurama but badly. Because you know how Futurama tends to kind of sprinkle little things through the show and
Yeah.
have stories often
Mm-hmm.
more towards the end. Like that's what Disenchanted's doing, but it's like doing it badly.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how, considering it has the same creative mind, but I don't know what to tell you.
I maybe Netflix is doing something. Apparently Netflix is really overbearing sometimes.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Like
'Cause-
remember how a couple of years back the two guys that did Avatar
Mm.
were brought on back with Netflix to make a live action,
Yeah,
and then they left because they like Netflix would not let them.
do their thing. Yeah.
I
Again,
wouldn't be surprised if the problem with Disenchanted is A, Netflix wants to be edgy,
Mm.
and B, Netflix is dumb. And
Well, this is it, because Futurama's come back and its quality doesn't seem to have diminished.
Yeah.
So it might be a Netflix thing, honestly. Well, we'll see how we go.
yeah, like I watch it
Oh, yeah.
to see what to tell, but
Mm.
it's not.
Just you're cutting out badly.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yeah, you're just cutting out badly.
Oh, okay. I will stop talking then.
Yeah, you can talk, just so you
Well,
know.
if it's cutting out, then oh, Patamon.
Ease.
Yeah. Have either of you watched any of Disenchanted, Alec and
No,
Lucas?
no.
It's
I watched the first episode when it first came out, and I don't remember anything.
Truth be told, I've watched up to season 3. I haven't sat down properly and watched the 4th season with Satan, so I'm one season behind. But thankfully, my other half is watching through it, so I'll just catch up.
it's kind of weird.
So yeah.
Okay.
But
I feel like the only really good character is the little demon.
Lucy.
Yeah, the rest of the characters aren't very likable, and
Mm.
they're just I don't know.
Sorry, I
Like
heard Lucy,
Lucy's
my
an
mind went everywhere.
asshole, but huh?
No, sorry, I heard Lucy and my mind went everywhere else.
Oh, okay. Like
Oh.
like he's kind of like the Bender of Disenchanted.
But it's funny considering the voice of Bender is actually the king.
Yeah. I also don't know how I feel about the king, but like Lucy's the only good character. Like all of the characters are mean, but Lucy's meanness is the only jokes that seem to work.
Mm.
Everyone else is just kind of unlikable and awkward and stuff, and mean and not even funny.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I don't
As I
know.
said, it's just the writing. Sometimes it's alright, and other times it's just, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know it's hit or miss with writing as is. It's just,
Yeah. Futurama has its fair share of bad episodes too, but
yeah, of course.
I think it has enough good ones that it kind of makes up for it, I guess.
Yeah, considering it's been cancelled 3 times.
3 times already, jeez.
Yeah. Because you had the first time, and then it came back as the movies, and then it was gone. Oh, sorry, no, it's only the twice. Because now it's back again. Unless I
Yeah.
missed one.
No,
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 twice.
it
Yeah.
was canceled, and then they made some movies, and then with that that I don't remember, the Comedy Central or whatever that
Yeah,
channel
Comedy Central. Yeah.
bought them,
Hmm.
did the movies, and also ordered another season,
Hmm.
and then
That got cancelled.
that got canceled, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know
and
how
now it's-
long Comedy Central was doing anything.
Yeah, and now it's
And
back.
then Hulu picked it up. Hulu / Disney.
Yes.
Why does Disney own everything?
Money.
Yeah, basically, I couldn't have said it any better, truth be told.
We've got to
I want
have
to-
more money.
I want to fire the Federal Trade Commission, please. Please.
Oh, dear.
Phoenix Mine.
Well, I've saved, so I'm just waiting on you guys.
Oh no, we're all just idling now.
Yeah, we're just all idling now. Just
Well, we can end it here if you want.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
And I just opened up Mount Infinity. Yay.
Nice.
I'm close to
So-
endgame already.
How many cycles have you gone through?
I don't know.
Or is this your-
This is my
This
first
is the
cycle.
first one.
This is the first
Okay.
Digimon.
Wow. You speedran it.
I basically speedrun it.
God damn, sir. I
No,
tip
that's
my
just
hat to you if I
like
had one. I tip my hat if I had one, sir.
Now I kind of wonder what the fastest speedrun in Digimon World 1 is. Without bugs.
Oh,
Without bugs.
Mm.
I don't know. I know that with bugs, there's a very like you kind of have to do a specific thing so that Mount Infinity opens up early.
Mm-hmm.
But you end up with an Agumon, I think, that has like over the limit of health, over the limit of like attack and whatever else, and you just have to have enough health items to keep it alive.
Ooh.
I'm not
But-
sure if this one was bugged or not, but the top result is an hour and 35 minutes.
Hmm.
Might be
Wow.
bugged. Might be bugged. I don't know.
Mm.
Because the run's pretty quick,
Yeah.
fairly quick. Anyway,
And then the other one is about 3 hours, 27 minutes. Anyway,
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna stop here. If you like our stuff, then follow, subscribe, and for socials, there's links in the links below in the description, as well as our Discord. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
see you
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.